Alrighty, hey everybody. Just wanted to share this with y'all. This is kind of a fun side project that I've been working on for about a month. This is a little video game test that I'm doing on a video game that I am making. The game engine is gamegurumax, mostly just because I haven't really done too much studying and dug too deep into tutorials on things like Unreal Engine, but it may be the engine, Unreal may be the engine that I convert to, because gamegurumax does have some problems, some serious problems that are kind of starting to bug me at this point in development. Like, for one, if you saw at the very beginning, I was having a little bit of trouble picking up the flashlight, which is something that I've been running into, is that it is very difficult and sometimes impossible to pick up items unless they're set to automatic, and some items cannot be picked up automatically, so thus causing some headaches. But yeah, this is a little walk around, and I've turned off all the audio because there's probably going to be a little bit of spoilers or something that might give too much away that I don't want to share just yet. But as you can see, I have been enjoying the kind of like level design. All these items have been placed down by hand, and it is kind of a fun process, something that I'm trying to get back into. I used to do a lot more game making, and I kind of got out of the swing of it, but I'm trying to get back into it, and this was probably the easiest way of me, kind of getting back into that that kind of that area of art. Now you're going to see a little bit more of the difficulty trying to pick stuff up. Yeah, I had to get in a very specific spot. And what's weird is some items could only be picked up if my back was to them or my side was to them, as if for some reason I can only pick up, certain weapons or certain items with my ass. Also, if you have too many items to be picked up at the same time that are too close together, you can't pick up any of them. Like, if too many items in that one room, then none of them will be able to be picked up for some weird reason. But again, this is mostly just a kind of a test, or kind of a proof of concept, rather. If I do end up finishing it, even if it does have a few glitches, I will share it with some people. Also, there may be some opportunity to do some voiceover for it coming up. But yeah, it's just something that I've been doing in my free time. One of the things I do to relax. I don't really play too many video games in my free time. I get very anxious. This was another glitch. For some reason, every single time I would start and stop the game, you'd see that big black box that's supposed to be an invisible barrier, that for some reason, anytime you'd save the project, it would reset certain values for some objects, and that being one of them. That black barrier would be seen, like that one right there. You can see another one. And I'd have to reset it every single time manually, and it was kind of frustrating. Hopefully, I think I've fixed it by making it where the character can't jump, and then just putting all kinds of stuff in the character's way. But yeah, there are just some errors, and I've tried to contact them on ways of fixing certain things, but haven't gotten too much back, and the forums don't really seem to be answering the problems, the questions that I have, as far as like picking up items and why certain things reset, why you can't have too many objects close together. Also, batteries don't work. I can't pick up batteries at all. Can't even auto pick them up. Maps aren't working. Certain textures aren't working. It's been crazy. But I have been enjoying getting back into level design, which is actually something that I really enjoy. You can see another like tricky pickup. They had to be at a certain spot, a certain angle, looking in a certain direction. It's just it's crazy. It's nonsense. So yeah, if anybody knows how to fix those particular issues, anyone who's used gamegurumax or is using it and knows how to fix those. Another thing is I have to change the destructible objects from exploding to more or less see those ones pickups were fine. And as you can see, I picked up the key by accident, by not even looking at it while I was picking up other items. Also, the AI is just not working right. She was supposed to have run into the room, but for some reason it's hit or miss whether or not she would. A little bit of lag right there, I guess. Yeah. And so I need to make it where the wood breaking is more of like just dust and debris rather than explosions. But that's something that I should be able to go in and change the texture or the effects image manually, to where, you know, instead of like a fireball, because I'm not going to be using anything that like actually explodes. It's all just going to be like, if it destroys, it's like that wood that crumbles. That's it. There's not going to be bombs or anything like that. I tried increasing the zombie's speed, and that's also not working. So again, if you are someone who knows anything about gamegurumax or is gamegurumax, any of those guys, please contact me. I've asked all kinds of questions. I even messaged a couple other game makers, game designers, and the only thing that they've recommended is that I stop using gamegurumax. But I've already put in a couple months into this, and I would at least like to finish a proof of concept. And, you know, even if it's not perfect, even if it just shows kind of more or less what I'm going for, that would be great. And then I can convert to something else later on, because clearly this is limited, and I wanted a little bit more of like an open world, game that, had a little bit more exploration, a little bit more scavenging, that kind of stuff. But it's been kind of tricky. The larger the map gets, the more objects, you get it, the more I get errors. So, but yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. I'll post another one later. Again, help me if you have any suggestions.